What is up, my YouTube family? We're back again with another one. Johnny Goble it is. I'm going to continue, like I said, to do his videos, but I actually come across the mix-up. He actually done an interview with Johnny Goble, and I actually skipped ahead to the more important parts, the more parts that Johnny Goble actually touches base with what he actually wanted out of his YouTube channel. But anyways, guys, without further ado, sit back, relax, strap on your seatbelts, guys. Love yourself, like yourself, be nothing but yourself. Like, subscribe to the channel. It's highly appreciated. Without further ado, guys, let's get it.
That's it.
No, yeah, I mean that's actually a very strong and good message.
You know, and that's all I want. I don't want people hating on me and people threatening to come and kick my door in or all the hate that I'm getting from people. I don't want that. I want people to enjoy the content that I'm putting out and not.
What I'm going to reply back to that is stop talking about people. Then if you don't want the hate coming back to you, then just stop talking about them. That's all you got to do, is just sit back and relax, do your content. There's nothing wrong with that. But what everybody's getting tired of is you still running your mouth. You're still doing it. And I don't know what it's going to take for you to stop. And no one else knows what it takes for you to stop. You said earlier in this interview that how you got your name or whatever, how you got your content and stuff, which actually it kind of made no sense to me. You have a YouTube channel, put out content, do your vlogs. If you want to do your vlogs, do your vlogs. Just keep people's names out of it. That's all you got to do. It's not that hard. But now you sit here like the victim. And you know, I call it like it is. You sit here like the victim. Anyways, let's continue. Let's see what else he has to say.
Hate on me.
I mean, it does seem funny with the amount of haters you do get. I mean, if it my theory would be, if it's not entertaining, then why would there be so much watch time on it? And I mean, I find it funny. As crazy as I might think you can be, it's funny. You sit there and you're like, what is it like? What is this guy gonna come up with next? Is probably why you get most of your views. Is what is he gonna say next? And
I'm unpredictable, though.
No, you are not unpredictable, in my opinion. I think your problem is you rely on people's names too much. That's the reason why you can't quit saying them. Because if it's not for the names that you say in your videos, you won't get views on it. Plain and simple. When you was gone away from the internet for a little bit, like you are, they literally it was nice. There was nobody arguing hardly at all. But now, as soon as you come back to internet, guess what? It's gonna go right back to the same way. Because you cannot stop talking about other people. Ryan Upchurch is one of them. You can't. Your video you had the other night, oh, what did you do? You sat there and name dropped Ryan Upchurch, called him all kinds of names in your live. Why? Why is that necessary? Why do you feel like in your head you have to go after people with name calling? Do you feel like that's what gets your views? Because that's what you think. It gets your views. That's the reason why you won't stop doing it. Which, if you want that kind of content on your YouTube, go for it. Plain and simple. Let's continue.
somebody in here says Chicago, Kentucky. So what
Chicago, Kentucky.
What was up with that? You're taking pictures in front of your city hall with the fresh new Chicago gear your wife just got you.
That's just basically a saying a fuck you to them.
A fuck you to them? You literally took that money that your fans or your content, your comments, your fans, whatever you want to call them, literally sent you that money on your Cash App. That's how you got the Jordan gear. Literally probably $200 worth of stuff on. And then you go take pictures saying F to fuck the city hall because they did what? They're not the ones that actually got you in trouble, Goble. You're the one that got yourself in trouble. That's the reason why you're in the situation that you are in today. That's the truth behind it all. I've said it before. I don't know how you have any subscribers because all you've done is lie. You just lied right there. You literally play the victim like you're doing now. Now you're getting ready to go in on a spill about how your town doesn't like you. The mayor, the cops, What else do you got to go through? Let's continue. Let's see what else he has to say.
But you're trying to run for city council of the town, correct? Or
Yes, I
something.
am.
So what is it that you're
Is this a joke? Are you really trying to run for city council, Gobble? Because let me tell you something. If you're trying to run for city council, you're not going to get it. Don't you have a felony? That should tell you all you need. You have a felony charge. You can't be a city council with a felony charge. So why do you sit here on this interview with the mix-up and tell him and everybody else watching that you're going to run for city council? You can't. You have a felony charge. Let's be real about it. And do you really think people's going to do you really think people is going to actually vote for you? I hope that was a joke. I really do hope that was a joke, Gobble, because I almost just shut off the video. When you said that, I almost just shut off the video. I hope it's I hope it's a joke. Anyways, guys, let's continue. That actually startled me. Let's continue.
you're actually trying to run for?
City council.
You filed all the proper paperwork and everything to run for city council?
Yes, I will be on the ballot.
Look at the mix-up. He's like, no. He's like, I doubt it, dude. You didn't. Look at him. He's sitting back like, come on, man. When are you going to stop lying? That's all you're doing. You're trying to make people think that you are a victim. You made everybody think Ryan Upchurch literally was after you. And he didn't even file a charge on you. You got yourself in this problem. Now you're talking about running for city council? Mix-up is like, what? You're doing what? Anyways, guys, let's continue. Let's see what they have to say.
This year, I will be on the ballot.
So this year you're officially on the ballot for the city council. Don't you think it would be a
Yes, I am.
good plan to go speak at some of these meetings, like I said before, to see how it
I don't
works?
have to do that. I will speak what I need to speak right here from my home. I do not have to go speak at a meeting where all these politicians get together and lie to each other. No, I don't have to do that.
It's a fact that politicians do that, but in order to get, you gotta semi comply with their system to be a part of it and make changes in it. So I mean, that's why, like I said, you might want to partake in the meetings if you're gonna want to become part of the system to change the system.
You may want to go say, hey, I'm a felon. You can't even get a job, Dagburn, because you have a felony charge. What makes you think you're going to be able to be the city council? What makes you think you're going to even be able to even get in there? Why would you even do the paperwork? You know you have a felony charge. They know you have a felony charge. What do you think if you did do the paperwork, guess what probably happened to it? It probably hit the thing called the shredder. That's probably what it did. It literally just went away. You probably don't have nothing there. But then again, I don't know if you're lying or not because you cried wolf one too many times. The mix-up is mixed up right here. Like Upchurch says. Look at him. He's like, are you serious? Anyways, guys, let's continue.
If that makes sense.
Oh, I know. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. But what y'all don't understand is what I'm going through right now when they're trying to falsify shit on me. That's what I'm afraid of. If I go into a meeting in town here, is what's going to happen. They're going to try to plant something on me, or they're going to try to do something because that's what they're all about.
Well, I mean, most I don't know about your city or town.
I know for a fact that this guy literally has a fear of something in his town. But I actually think it's of himself. I think he's actually built up something from staying home all the time. That he literally thinks he's got everybody after him. I think he may have a problem with that. I think it may take medication to get over that. I really do. That's my opinion. I'm just sitting out here and I don't hide. I don't put anything back in my channel. I've said that before. So I think that he feels that everybody's out to get him because he's trying to be the victim. He may not even need medication. What I'm saying is he's trying to be the victim all the time. So he really thinks that he's the victim through all this stuff. He really thinks he probably did do nothing wrong. That's the truth. Now, whether that's right or not, I don't know, but that's just my belief. I literally think that he's stayed inside his house too long. He's a hypothetical liar. Would I want anybody to go after Johnny Goble? No, I'm not saying that. I don't want that. What I am saying is 100% the truth. And the mix-up is sitting here literally like, dude, you're on my interview literally lying. That's what you're doing. Anyways, guys, let's talk to the city council runner-up, I guess. Let's continue.
But most city councils, all their meetings are recorded.
They're recorded here too.
So then, I mean, in order for them to try and say you did something, anything would be on camera.
Not after I left there. Not on the way there, or not after I left there. They had plans on arresting me. I had plans on going to meet the candidates at Johnson Central High School. I had the money to pay to go. It was $100 to enter it, and you got to speak at Johnson Central High School. On the day that I was supposed to go, they had that warrant on me. They had plans on arresting me at Meet the Candidates, but it messed up. They messed it up.
So you're saying that they placed a warrant out for your arrest for the exposing somebody's address and harassment, and the Meet the Candidates thing was happening at the same time. So you're saying they did that to either arrest you or prevent you from going to it?
Yes, one of the two. They because they showed up, like the event was at 7:00. This 2 state police showed up at my house before the event started, and that's how I found out that I had a warrant on me.
So, I mean, my question is, if you had a warrant and 2 state police showed up at your house, why didn't they just arrest you then? I mean, if you have
an active the door. The state police here are corrupt. The state police here are corrupt.
Goble, look, you got caught in another lie. Right there. If the cops want to arrest you, your door being locked's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. They know where your wife's at. They're going to go get your wife, literally tell her she needs to go and lock the door, and literally let her in, and then you're arrested. If that's literally what they was there to do, they would have did that. But now you're saying that you didn't go to this meeting because you had a warrant out for your arrest. Well, you should have known you had a warrant out for your arrest in the first place. That's what you should have known. You should have known that. Now you're trying to beat behind the bush is what we call it. That's what you're doing. You're dancing around the bush. Just answer the questions correctly. And to the most of your knowledge, instead of, I was in my house. That's not going to stop the cops. They wasn't after you. Let's continue.
Corrupt. The city police and state police are corrupt. I do not trust them. That's why you see me getting a Johnson County sheriff's card.
So
I went to jail.
So you're saying when you turned yourself in, you called the sheriff's office to turn yourself in?
Yes.
You called them. You said, "I have a warrant. This is where I'm going to be at. Come pick me up."
Yes.
Instead of going to your police department or the state police department, the state troopers or what, I don't know if it's troopers or here it's troopers.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
see, this guy literally is, you don't know whether this guy's lying or telling the truth. Plain and simple. To me, this guy cannot be trusted. Who would actually leave $100 bill around this guy and literally know that it's not going to be touched? I wouldn't, plain and simple. But this guy literally is actually thinking his whole city's after him still. This guy's literally thinking that he could actually call a different department and come arrest him whenever it's literally their jurisdiction. This guy literally thinks that everybody believes the word that he says. And if you look at the mix-up here, that he doesn't believe a thing you're saying. I'm just going to say it. And as far as that goes, look at you. You should have known you had a warrant in the first place. You should have known the cops was going to be knocking at your door. If they wanted you whenever they knocked at your door, they would have actually went and got your wife, had her come let you in. That's what would have happened. But instead, you sat here on an interview lie about it just to try to make yourself look better. That's what you're doing. Anyways, let's continue.
It seems to me if they were coming and talking to you, that they would have took you in there. Like, that's what I'm not understanding. Like, if the way you found out that you had a warrant was them saying, "Hey, you have a warrant," I don't understand why they.
Because my mother, listen, I'll explain it to you. My mother-in-law is right across the street from me. She walked over and talked to the state police. State police said they had a complaining warrant against me, and that's how I found out.
All right, so you didn't actually have contact with him that day.
No, I didn't have no contact. I'm not going to have no contact with the city police or the state police around here at all.
Other than like what happens with like this whole situation with him saying that you're harassing his wife or whatever.
Right.
And that
I'm not
contact.
having no contact.
So what there wasn't there a video filmed in front of a store or something where like you and him had like some type of altercation?
Words.
Yeah.
We had words. Yes, we did. I pulled into the parking lot. That's where he is saying that I was following. He said that I followed his wife into the parking lot, and I did not. And I went into the store and come back out. When I come back out, he was filming me, and you could see that plain as day. But he said that he was coming out of the store on the statement. He said he was coming out of the store, and I started running my mouth to him. Okay, that wasn't true. So that shows that this.
But Goble, why was you even in this store? Why did you even go in this store? You had no right to go in the store. You didn't. Now you're entering into a store that you have no right to be in to say what? You had to say something. You don't get charges put against you for nothing. The cops just doesn't hate who you are and say, hey, there's Johnny Goble, guys. We're just going to put a warrant out for his arrest and arrest him. They don't do that. Instead, you sit here and you actually lie now again? How many lies literally is it going to take for you to actually just see who you actually are? Maybe you need to go back and actually watch some of your videos and literally binge watch them to see who you actually been through this all. Your wife's even said that you was the troublemaker. You're the one that started the trouble. Your wife even said that on camera. Now you have all these videos again, like I've said before, and you literally have a trail of things that you did or said that can be used against you in court. That's what you're doing. You did this to yourself. And I'll continue to say this all the way through. Let's continue. Let's see what else they have to say.
Statement that he wrote is a lie in the first place.
So you were
she wrote.
You were on your way home, had to stop at the convenience store to pick something up. Is that, and they just happened to be there? That's what you're trying.
I just now left. No, I left my home. I just got off a live on TikTok and said that I was going down to the store. Next thing I know, there was 2 cars waiting down there, and one of the cars in the white car in the video actually was some of John Holbrook's family that was recording me also.
So you're almost saying that you think that they were watching your live and knew you were going down there.
Yes, that's what I think.
So my question to you is obviously if you did a live on TikTok, there would be a timestamp where you're saying, look, I'm going down to the store, of when that was posted. And then there'd be another timestamp of when you started the video, when you got to the store and were having the words with Holbrook. So, I mean, you would think that would be something simple.
Right. I have all that.
So, and then, so you're trying to, let's go back to, you're trying to sue your city? Have you spoke to?
But then again, why would you even go about the time? Why don't you just, when you see them, why don't you just get in your car and leave? That's what I'm saying, is your temper gets the best of you. You do not think before you say something. You should have gotten your car and left. There's other filling stations. There's other gas stations, I'm sure of. That's what you should have done. To split the controversy where you didn't even have to talk to anybody. That's what you should have done. But now you're literally saying that they are actually there after you because they watched your TikTok and they figured out the timestamp. So they automatically just showed up out of nowhere because they knew where you was at. That's what you're saying. And that's what Mix-Up just said as well. But anyways, let's continue to see what else he has to say.
To any attorneys about that? Have you spoke to anybody about that other than asking for the advice on YouTube?
Yeah, I spoke to several attorneys. Yeah, but that's all I'm gonna say about that, because I really ain't gonna speak much on that.
Well, I mean, because most of the time, when you have a case that involves suing somebody, if any attorney feels that they have any case at all, that you have any case at all that can be won, they'll work on a percentage basis where you don't have to pay them anything up front because they really feel that you have a case and you might be able to win something. Because obviously, if they're going to take 30% of whatever they think they can sue for, they're going to jump right on it. They're not going to ask you for any money because they think you actually have a case. So, I mean, have you ran in any of those situations yet where some attorney is willing to take the case?
This guy has literally said that his attorneys for this case would cost anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000. That's what this guy has said. But yet, mind you, this guy's literally set up a PayPal or whatever he set up, or a Cash App for his fans. And I've said this through many videos, and I'm going to keep repeating it because it's wrong. He took advantage of people that he shouldn't have took advantage of, which is his fans, which is his subscribers. But he literally did this, and he gained like $3,000, guys. And he literally turns around, and now he's here with no attorney once again. But then he gets an attorney, he fires him 2 times, and then in the most recent video, he says that he doesn't have an attorney. So he calls the mayor or whatever and asks the mayor if they're going to appoint him an attorney. And the mayor literally tells him that, no, we're not going to appoint you an attorney. If you need that, then you need to resubmit paperwork. That's what he said. And then Goble turns around and actually accuses the mayor for tearing up all of his paperwork because he's not going to get an attorney. Well, where's the money, Goble? Where's the money for your donations that you got? You had like $3,000. That would have got an attorney started, plain and simple. But you didn't. You turned around and you wanted to do other things with your money instead of getting you an attorney. And that's the problem I have with this whole thing. Anyways, let's continue.
No.
So, I mean, have you spoke to anybody in any professional aspect as far as legal advice goes that says that you have a case?
Yes, I do. I actually got a case with the Attorney General right now against the police.
And what is the is it defamation of character you're suing? What do you actually?
It's defamation. It's actually for color law violations. It's for violating my rights. It's all going to be coming on them. They don't even know this. They tried their best to file charges on me is what it was, and didn't think nothing about that. I really did get a hold of the Attorney General, and the Attorney General was involved. They didn't know that.
All right. So when did you contact the Attorney General?
Anyways, you're going after your hometown. You're going after your whole town because why? Because something you did? Because something you did and you got charges put on you? That's the reason why you're going after your whole town, because now you want to make them think that's their fault, because now you're the guy that actually is the victim. You want to play a victim now. That's what you're doing. That's what you did with the cops. That's what you did with the mayor. It's like you walking into that guy's office high and he's like, leave, you're high. And you're like, well, I need to see the paper. That's my paperwork. You could see the guy taking it in there to actually do copies of this paperwork. You've seen his printer in there. You've seen it. And that gives you the right to actually say what you said. And then he says to leave and you refuse. And then you go next door, butt hurt, thinking you can go over there and do something different to your city council. Everybody in your town literally does not hate you. They're tired of you coming around and file false claims on people. That's what they're tired of doing. You're talking about somebody who actually walked down on a sidewalk, literally a guy like 100 feet in front of you, and you actually start talking shit to him. And then he comes up, talks shit to you, and you go, and you're going to go press charges on the guy. And they're just like, leave. You're not above the law. And I've said this. And now you continue to actually show that that's what you want to be. You actually want to be in your city council. If your city's so bad, your town's so bad, why are you trying to be city council? What are you going to do? Get on there and fire people? That's what you would do. Anyways, it doesn't take a brainiac to figure out that one. But anyways, let's continue.
General. And this is
I contacted them a month before this stuff started happening with the city police.
All right. And I mean, do you do you think you really think that like the people you've talked to, they really feel you have a case? And these are people that actually work in some type of like law office or something that have told you this. It's not just like
Yes.
say somebody you met on YouTube. I mean, I just thought of another question. In one of your videos on your original channel, there's the video, and Upchurch has talked about it. Other people have talked about it, where you said you were having a conversation with Upchurch. What was the deal? Because he says he's never talked to you other than, you know, the calls.
Yes, he has.
The recent. So you're saying that time
Yes.
you actually did speak to him. Were you speaking to him in person on the phone? Was it?
I had.
That's just like the time that he actually thought that he talked to Upchurch. He actually thought he smoked the doobie with Upchurch, and then he goes and picks up his daughter in the truck. Goes and picks up his daughter from school, and the teacher's even like, "You look high." So they refuse for his daughter to get in the vehicle, and he gets pissed off about it. That's what this guy does. Because he thinks he's above the law. He literally thinks he's a superstar. That's what this guy thinks. And the mix-up sees that now. He's seen through him this whole interview. Anyways, guys, let's finish this up.
I have talked to Ryan several times that he's not going to mention.
So you're saying you did speak?
Several times.
It wasn't like a fake Instagram account or something, somebody claiming they were him, and maybe you had thought you had spoke to him, and really it was some guy pretending to be him. You're saying that you...
Hold up. Goble, look, you record everything else that you ever done in your life, so why wasn't this recorded? Why didn't you record this? You literally record you going everywhere in your life, to concerts, to your town, to the town mayor's office, to the lawyer's office. I mean, literally record yourself everywhere. But you wasn't recording whenever the people stopped you at the gas station. You wasn't recording whenever this whole thing with Ryan Upchurch. You didn't record them phone calls. You record Johnny Cashville's. So you didn't record these? You're a liar. You're a hypothetical liar. Let's continue.
You legitimately did speak to him that time.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Through messages. Yes, I did.
Through messages. His official account?
Yes.
Or...
Yes, his official account.
He's got so many people that are making fake accounts. And some of them used to be trying to ask people for money and stuff. You know, and they're really these guys in Africa that just find anybody that they can that's famous in any way, shape, or form and try and convince you that they're that person. And you don't feel that was the case.
Listen, bro. If you've been doing this long enough and you've had Instagram long enough and you've had YouTube long enough, you know whose accounts is Ryan's and which ones ain't.
Well, I mean,
you know what a fake account is.
Yeah, but I mean, people have fooled people before, making it look like the real account, and before they even realize it's a fake account, they sent somebody $50 that was in, you know, Africa. It happens to people all the time. I mean, with fans
Right,
of not just Upchurch, but almost anybody.
I'm not that dumb.
All right, so I mean, we're gonna start finishing up this interview. Like I said, it kind of went a little bit longer than I was planning. Anything you want to say to close up the interview?
Just haters keep on hating on. Old Dagburn's gonna keep on rolling. Y'all haters just keep on hating is all I can say.
All right, so I mean, like I said, this has been an interview with Johnny Goble. Until next time, this has been the Mix Up. Peace.
The Mix Up is actually a good channel. Anyways, guys, look, last words. Haters keep hating. What kind of words is that? What kind of last words is that? Shouldn't have been like, I'm sorry to all my subscribers and fans that I stole your money. I'm sorry to my town that literally I think that everybody's after me, and I've spread words around on the internet of the cop's name, the mayor's name, the everything else's name. That's what it should be, but it's not. This guy literally has a big head because he thinks he's a superstar. He's a hypothetical liar. He stole from everybody. Anyways, guys, without further ado, guys, love yourself, like yourself, be nothing but yourself. Like, subscribe to the channel. It's highly appreciated. Without further ado, guys, your boy Deuce is out. Thank you, guys.